Skyrim has a lot of mysterious elements that can make the game somewhat spooky or even scary at times. Bethesda really did well with a lot of quests in the Elder Scrolls V, but which of them are the most haunting? And what is up guys, Andrew from the Den here, and today we will be ranking the top 5 most chilling quests in the Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. As we all know, today is Halloween, so I thought it would be a good time to do this. But if you are excited, make sure you leave a like and comment on your favorite mysterious quests. This is my list, so if you think I missed one of your favorites, or you think that one should be higher up on the list, don't forget to drop a comment letting me know what you think. But with that being said, we have a lot to go over, so get comfy, grab that bottle of Blackbriar mead, and let's get right into the video. Coming in at our number 5 spot is one of the more gruesome quests out there in the world of Skyrim. Rumors around Markarth are that the Hall of the Dead is closed to the public, preventing people from visiting it. If the Dragonborn decides to investigate, they will find out that it is much stranger than what it appears. The Taste of Death quest brings us in contact with the cult of Namira, cannibals, with even some of them being residents of the nearby city of Markarth. It is unnerving to think that everyday upstanding members of Markarth are actually secretly cannibals. Especially those like Lisbeth and Hogni Redarm are quite unsettling, with them potentially using their cult-like behaviors in their everyday business. The quest takes us from the city of Markarth to Reachcliff Cave, where we will meet up with members of the cult for dinner, and the main course is the person who sent you on this quest, Brother Verulis. This might be one of the more gruesome quests out there. The mystery behind the Coven of Namir brings it to an unsettling territory, with them being right in front of us the whole time. The sinister vibe that it gives makes it perfect for those who are looking for a chilling tale to sink your teeth into, and that is why it lands at our number 5 spot. Near the swamps of Morthal, we come across a strange sight with a group of bandits attacking one of their own. This is where the quest The Pale Lady begins and starts off the player on a spooky adventure through the Frostmere Crypt. But we're getting a little ahead of ourselves. You can either speak with the bandit Isa Blackthorn, or if she doesn't survive the ensuing battle, you can just loot her journal, which will tell you all you need to know about what transpired here. She will then explain that one of the bandits stole a sword from the leader, and the Dragonborn can go find the sword themselves. From here, you enter Frostmere Crypt and do one of two things. You can either just continue on through the dungeon, finishing the quest without any further knowledge of what is happening here, or complete the optional objective to obtain Kyr's log and Rajir's note. This will give more information on the theft that occurred and will expose a chilling secret. The bandit Rajir was being haunted by a being known as the Pale Lady, and in order to stop these dreams, he would need to steal the sword and face off against this mysterious figure. Continuing on through Frostmere Crypt will reveal the true nature of the Pale Lady. She is a unique Wisp Mother that haunts the crypt because the bandits stole the sword from her resting grounds. There are 2 ways to finish this quest. Return the sword to its altar and the Pale Lady will vanish and return to her rest, or you can battle the Wisp Mother and defeat her to obtain the unique sword. This quest really brings that haunting feeling to Skyrim and has that spooky vibe with the Pale Lady. It is definitely an enjoyable one, especially at this time of year, and that is why we have it at our number 4 spot. Staying in that Morthal area, we have one of the more chilling quests with Laid to Rest. Right in the town of Morthal, we find a quest with mystery and intrigue alike. If we take a look around the city, we find a burned house, which seems very suspicious that it was just left there. Ask around and we learn that everything is not all that it seems, with Rogar, the person who owned the house, wanting to burn it down to be with another. Speak with the Jarl and she will ask you to investigate, and this is where the quest truly begins. Laid to Rest has it all: mystery, ghosts, and vampires to top it all off. For starters, we meet a ghost girl, Helgi, who is Rogar's daughter, which will shed even more light on the whole situation. She tells us of the other one, as she calls it, but it can only come out to play at night. Wait till night and we finally understand what is actually lurking in the swamps of Morthal. Leolette, who is missing up to this point, can be found and instantly attacks the Dragonborn. We find out that she was a vampire and start to piece together what is going on. More information is required though, so we must sneak into Alva's home to find the final piece of the puzzle. We learn that Alva is also a vampire and is a part of a coven led by Movarth. There is one final mission to put a stop to Movarth and his coven of vampires into turning the whole town of Morthal into their blood farm. Obviously the Dragonborn ends up stopping the master vampire, but nonetheless brings that spooky vibe perfect for this time of year. This quest has it all. The detective work with that chilling feeling of ghosts and vampires works really well, and that is why it lands at our number 3 spot. At our number 2 spot, I decided to switch it up, so instead of giving just one quest, I'm going to be giving it to a whole quest line. The Dawnguard DLC has some of the best spooky locations, characters, and quests in its entirety. It is centered around a group of vampires and hunters battling it out for the fate of the world. What is so interesting about Dawnguard is that you're able to choose your own side, whether you want to be a vampire lord or one of the hunters out there. It is up to you, and that is what makes it so good. They really take that scary feeling to Elder Scrolls games to the next level, especially with places like the Soul Cairn and Harkon's Castle. The idea that you're able to become a vampire just makes it that much better, and especially since it is actually really in depth. From start to finish, it is some of the best DLC we have seen in the Elder Scrolls series, and also some of the most chilling. And finally, at our number 1 spot is one of my favorite ones out there, and especially one of the most frightening. In the city of Markarth, we meet a member of the Vigilant of Stendarr. Tyrannus will ask the player to help expel the presence of a Daedra lurking in an abandoned house within the city's walls. If we head inside and down to the basement, we begin to understand that this is no ordinary Daedra, and we will not be able to stop it. As we try to flee from the house, the player will start to hear voices, the lights will begin to dim, and objects will move by themselves. This is one of the most chilling parts to any quest, and it is just the beginning. The Daedric Prince of Domination, Molag Bal, says the only way to escape is to take down Tyrannus. At this point, the prince will instruct the Dragonborn to head down to the basement, where he will trap the player in a spiked cage. From here, we will be tasked with bringing in a priestess of Boethia for Molag Bal. The next part of the quest is pretty simple, with us having to go to a randomized Forsworn encampment and saving Logrol from his captors. Once back in the abandoned house, Molag Bal will trap Logrol in the same spiked cage and instruct the Dragonborn to break his will. In my opinion, no other quest brings that spooky vibe much like House of Horrors. It's not as mysterious as others, but it brings that spine-chilling feeling, so that is why it stands at our number 1 spot. Quests in Skyrim are a big part of the game, and some are a lot more spooky than others. We see a lot of haunting things during each playthrough of the Elder Scrolls V, and for that brings out that scary and mysterious feeling. These are some of the best ones to do at this time of year, and overall, just enjoyable ones as well. But that is all for me now though, guys. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Comment any videos you want to see in the future, and I'll see you all next time.